Welcome to IMNews.com with special guest Stephanie Pickett, who brings you the sassy new song, I Only Get Lonely When the Bills Need to Get Paid. Stick around to hear more good stuff as Stephanie joins us right here in the studio on IMNews.com.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Deutsch. Are you overwhelmed by IRS tax debt? Did you know that the IRS can freeze your bank account, shut down your business, or attack your paycheck? Help is just a phone call away.
For the past 2 decades, Ronnie Deutsch, a professional tax corporation, has helped thousands of businesses and people just like you. All of the law firm's attorneys are licensed by the State Bar of California or other state bars and may practice before the IRS in all 50 states.
Don't be another IRS victim, and please don't give up hope. Get the power of the largest tax resolution law firm on your side.
If you owe the IRS more than $4,000, call now for a free and confidential tax analysis. Plus, get Ronnie's free tax tip booklet and free DVD.
800-594-0062. 800-594-0062. 800-594-0062.
This attorney advertisement is for services performed at 4815 Watt Avenue, North Highlands, California. The hiring of a lawyer is an important decision that should not be based solely upon advertisements. Results may vary based on individual circumstances.
Hello, this is Carmen Booz with IMNews.com, and today we have the most wonderful newcomer on the block that's sharing her time with us here at the studios, and I'm speaking of none other than the fabulous Stephanie Pickett. Hello.
Hello.
How are ya?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am fabulous, thank you. It is such a pleasure to have you in the studios with us today. Stephanie, I'm hearing a lot of great things about you. I want to go ahead and get our listeners and your fans up on some of the great things that they may not even know about you. So let's go ahead and kick things off right now for IMNews.com. You ready?
I'm ready.
Alrighty then. So Stephanie, let's go back a little bit. I know that you got your start for the most part with Ronnie Lovejoy. Tell us, how did that come about?
Okay, Ronnie Lovejoy, he was living in Montgomery, Alabama, and he was looking for some female background singers. And I went and auditioned, and I got the part as one of the female background singers, and we started from there.
You have worked with Ronnie Lovejoy for how long?
I worked with Ronnie for about a year, and then I went solo.
And you've worked with several other artists. So for some of our listeners who may not realize, you've also opened up for such great artists as Peggy Scott Adams, the legendary Clarence Carter, Donnie Ray. You had some shows with Kenny Wayne, Obie Buchanan, Denise LaSalle, Willie Hill, Theodis Ely, and the list, I'm sure, goes on. Do you still work with some of the artists that you got kicked off with before? You were the female singer for the Style Band.
Yes, I was the female singer for the Style Band for about 14 years. That's when I discovered that, I had the ability to write songs. I started to want to write about some of the things that I was feeling about and, getting used to performing in front of large crowds.
And speaking of which, what's the largest crowd that you've sang in front of?
The largest crowd that I sang in front of would be the Apollo Theater when I was going to college back in the 80s.
Really? So you were actually performing and competing on the Apollo that we know of now?
Well, actually, I wasn't competing. We went to New York to do a college competition for the college students, and we won second in the division. Howard University won first, and a group of us was going sightseeing to pick up, buy little trinkets and souvenirs, and some of the guys from off the campus were singing, and someone that worked inside of the Apollo told all of us to come back that night as special guests. So we got lucky, and we all got a chance to, go inside the Apollo and meet Sinbad and Kiki Shepard.
Now, was that performance live television?
Well, actually, it was on live television. There were some people that had copies of the actual show, but I never did get one.
So now, when you're not in the studio, Stephanie, and you're not in performance, what's relaxation for you?
I'm a real homely person when I'm not in the studio. I love my family. We do family things together, like play games. I try to spend as much quality time as I can with my 2 sons because I don't ever know when I'm going to be gone.
And you have a set of twins.
Yeah, I have a set of twin sons. I've been up for 19 years old. They're almost grown, and they the joy of my world.
Aww. How do they feel about having a mom who's a celebrity?
Well, they're proud of it, but sometimes they can be my two biggest critics, too. You know, but they kind of have mixed emotions. I guess it all depends on if they're mad with me or not, but overall, I think they love me.
Yeah, and now I want to go to the present here. You have your album, Stephanie, Back at Ya, which your first single is The Only Time I Get Lonely. Where did that come from? Now, you know, I know you do a lot of work with Carl Marshall, but what made you come up with those lyrics?
Well, to be totally honest about it, you know, Carl and I had worked some together in the past, and he called me up one day. He said, I got this great song. You got to hear it. The next time you come to Texas, you know, I want you to cut this song. And I was like, what is it? He said, the only time I get lonely is when it's time to pay the bills. I said, oh boy, I'm interested to know what this song is, you know, what story it's going to tell.
Now, although Carl Marshall, he actually wrote the lyrics to that song, you also write.
Yes, I wrote a few of the songs on my first album. The song entitled Running, Still Want You Baby, Stay With Me, Let's Get It Together. Well, in all fairness, I should say I co-wrote it. Some of the musicians I was working with at different times, they gave me the music, you know, to those particular songs, but I did write all the lyrics from the ones that I named.
Now, your creative ability behind your writing, where does it come from?
Well, most of my ability to write comes from things I've experienced, things that, you know, when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I feel like I've been mistreated, just, you know, whatever I'm feeling, whatever I like to feel. I write about things that I fantasize about as well.
The new release, which is in stores now, right?
Yes, well, you can order it mostly off any online store, like iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby. You can order it off CDS Records. You can order it off of bluescritics.com.
Wow. Now, how do you feel the song is going right now?
Well, with mine, to be honest with you, so far, a lot of women are really being able to relate to this song. You know, because they say, well, you know, guys always come up and try to holler at me, and they don't ever want to do anything for me. You know, so when they heard that song, they was like, that's it. The only time I get lonely is when it's time to pay the bill.
You're right when you say that all women can relate to that song, and I believe that song is really going to take you a lot of places. I
certainly hope so. I wouldn't rather be doing anything else.
Stephanie, I truly appreciate you taking your time out of your busy schedule to talk to us a little bit at imnuz.com, and I'm looking so forward to catching one of your shows. Good luck.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for having me.
There you have it, Stephanie Pickett. Keep listening to imnuz.com. You never know who we're going to have in the studio next. I'm Carmen Booth.